So today we are going to learn the code customization under the components. So upon clicking on component AI customization, we are having first of all the different table list. Here all the relations, for example, has many relations, belongs to many relations, and if there is any relation which is inside that relation of relation, that is also there. So for example, in this RFQ component, we are having a primary table, then we are having a has many that is connected with the primary table with a relationship, and to that has many relation we have item master and budget allocation table that is inside it, and based on that we are having multiple different relations. So we can select the main table, we can also select any other table. So based on whatever we select, we will be able to do the read, create, update, delete, all the CRUD operations. For example, if I want to add a create custom code customization, so what will happen if I click on this particular code customization, the whole code customization will appear, and whatever we write over here, it will be worked upon. And we will have a create component where so instead of the default code that is running, it will run a customized code on the server. Again, same goes for update, same goes for delete, and this is a CSV upload section. So whenever this will be called upon whenever any person tries to upload the CSV in the component. Over here we have a code customization, so form customization. So whenever anyone is typing the form, and if you want to show them some kind of automated, for example, you want to show them the total number of quantity into the total cost, that will be the total amount. So you can show it from form customization. And then again we have a bulk create option. So just in case if you want to uh, create more than one solution, you are going to upload a CSV, so you can create this bulk create button. Again we are having multiple operation. Over here you can have a list of row data, what are the different rows which are available for that particular rows. Again we have multiple templates, that templates are inside this, so we can copy the template ID and we can call that template, either it is PDF or email, and based on that we can send them an email, or we can generate a PDF code. Again, if we are currently having three different agents that is here, so we can also call using this template ID, we can call different agents and pass the dynamic data, and based on that we can get some results from the agents, and we can have those solution in our system. Again, in case of relations, what we are currently having is what are the different relations and what are the different sub relations for each table. So over here we can directly see what are the relations, and based on these relations ID we can use to fetch the data, or upload the data, or update the data based on the relation IDs that we are currently having. And over here we have activity, notifications, emails, SMS, and WhatsApp. And we can have activity title input, we can have activity text box. If I want to have some kind of notification, we can have notification, please know that all the activity body or the title has a solution for handlebars. So uh, these all except the handlebars input. So if there is any input that you want to show in this title or in this body, you can add those handlebars based on handlebars, that is inside two braces. So you can have those solution over there. And over here you can have different uh, user level access, so that if such kind of these users will be sent those notifications. So if we can have a user level filter, we can have a team level filter, and we can also directly send the uh, filter to those particular email IDs if we want. Same goes for email also, we can send them email, and all these notifications and alerts will be handled when such update or create, or if we are having any kind of action button, we can also have those alerts. So whenever this particular action button is clicked upon in the ERP UI, these actions, notifications and alerts will be automatically sent to the user based on whatever configuration we have added. Okay. And for example, in this new code we can add some code, we can run the code from here, we can have input solution, whatever input that we want to provide, we can send it over here, and based on, if I after running the code, we will be getting some output over here. Over here we have action buttons. Over here we have the user who will have the access to that particular person, that particular action button. So this is only for the action buttons, because read, create, update, delete, they follow the role access based on the role access module in the component. Okay. And inside the vendor we can click on one vendor, and based on that we can add some kind of filter on when they can have the access to that particular vendor, or how they want to have those kind of solution. Over here we have select columns. So if I click on any text button over here, what will happen after clicking on this action button on the UI, this particular text will be prompted on the UI, and the user will have to add this particular description field, or at least check that particular description field, and then confirm to submit that value. So this value generally is used when we want the user to actually like fill some mandatory fields after clicking on any action buttons. So for example, if you want something to accept the number of quantity from the order, we can have the total quantity that can be accepted. So for example, if the total quantity is 100, but I want to accept only let's say 50 quantity, so those quantity can be added in by switched on, and after clicking on this on the ERP template, if any action button is clicked, then that pop-up will be added for this. And over here we can have different color for the user. Also in case of action, we have a action button icon. Over here we can add the action button icon class from our font awesome icon class, and based on that icon class we will have a action button on the UI, action button icon on the UI. Okay. And this is the table wise action button. So both are similar action buttons, but the difference between the table wide action button and the action buttons are that an action button gets activated when you click select any particular column or row of the table, but the table wise actions is always there in the main screen of the component, where you, on the table wise action, you can have a whole table wide action that is there. For example, if you want to have some kind of reconciliation in your system, or you want to run some code on all the bulk that is available, or all the system with some kind of filter in it, so you can use table wide action buttons. Okay. And now there is one more one more thing, that is the scheduler, that is the AI bots. So what happens is that after clicking on this AI bot, what happens is that this is a scheduler which runs on their particular time. So you can have it every minute, every day, every weekday, or a particular day of the month, and based on that it will trigger at a particular time, and after that trigger you can run any kind of action. So for example, if you're creating a HR module where you want to set the status of the attendance based on the actual punch in and punch out time. So on, let's say on 6 o'clock in the morning every day, you will be fetching all the data from the previous day, and after fetching all those data from the previous day, you can set the exact status of each employee using this AI bot, and you can change the name of those bot from here, You can have also the access to this thing, but I do not think that you will be needing this action. You only be needing the bot scheduler when this particular bot will be scheduled. And after running this, after adding all the code over here, you can click on this run code, and after running this code you will have what are the different, what was before and what are the changes over here. You will be showing a proper change log, and if you save it, it will be saved on the server. So these things will be happening. If you want to have a full screen mode where you want a full control, you can click on this button. And if you want to have a split screen in the code section, on based on what is the data that is saved on the server and what is the data that you have updated, so you can have all those processes. So this is, here you can edit the system, and based on that you will be able to see what are the differences between your current code and your previous code that you already have saved. Over by here you can delete your bots, you can have your action buttons. So I believe all the technical things that are there inside the component AI customization have been dealt with, and in the next section we will stay tuned for other settings details. Thank you so much for watching.